Good day, fellow officer cadets. I am Kevin Fisher of the Officer Factory, and this is part 2 of my continued series of overview playthrough of Feudal Patrol. I hope that turned out right. Really need to get a mic. Maybe. So part 2 will be continued rules explanation, but more focused on force development. One of the other unique tributes and aspects of Feudal Patrol and its cousin Combat Patrol is nothing is points based. It's entirely scenario driven. This means for inexperienced game masters, it's very easy to have by accident an entire force that is very lopsided. Either it's poor or it's too good. When I created the forces for the after action report, they were pretty much balanced up until a point until I introduced the cavalry. I didn't know cavalry would have been so impactful in the game. So in this playthrough, knowing that, I'll adjust the forces for the Ronin and the mercenaries more so. Give them a little bit more oomph so they can maybe withstand the cavalry assault a little bit more. Another thing is, since that was made, a lot more minis had been completed, so it's going to be even a larger battle. But with my experience in that, it shouldn't be much of an issue. So with that said, I will pretty much document force development and what the different attributes mean. You might have heard me before discuss very commonly the guts attribute and the melee attribute. That will become more better understood, I hope, in part 2 here. Alright, let's start this with my first custom clan, the Kusa Feruda clan. Now for this, we still have my daimyo, the cavalry, which will still be a reinforcing element, but they're grown by 1. The samurais also grown by 1. I also added in another unit of Yai pikemen, and giving them 2 groups instead of 1. The archers is still the same, of a group of 6. And starting from this, I will begin with the daimyo. Alright, with these cards here, I downloaded the supplements from the Feudal Patrol website. Links in description, people. But I copy and pasted just the unit card, since the full thing for this resolution is sorry. Oh, whoops. It's like this. The printing error. It has the full rules and such. I think it was meant to be folded as well to like a triangle on the table, which is okay. I'll have 1 per side, but I prefer less is more. So at the least, each side of the table will have one of these papers. Alright, let's begin the army creation examples with the Kusa Feudal Daimyo Izakawa. I can have him armed with anything on the list, but that would be cheesy, for lack of better words. So let's say he just has a sword, which is seen on his model. Alright. Now, sword has no other rules besides has a reach of 3 and has the damage rating of this square. How Feudal Patrol works is doesn't matter who really charges first. The reach of the weapon usually indicates who gets to go first. Now, if both sides or both facing troops has the same reach, then both sides opposing players get to draw a card, and using the D10 will indicate who gets to go, who gets to swing first, who gets to stab, who gets to poke. Alright. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Alright, so now we begin this, pretty much. Alright, G is guts. This is the morale, their fortitude, bravery, etc. Now, because he's my daimyo, he's pretty much a man above men, I'll give him an elite status. There are 3. Green, regular, elite. As pretty much my army commander, I'm giving him elite. A is accuracy. This only applies if they're an archer or they got a spear weapon they can throw. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure of something I had to check. So yes, this is accuracy. Is 1 through 9. 1 is the worst, 9 is the best. Now, because he doesn't have a ranged weapon, I can make it as low as a 9. But he is my daimyo. He probably has gone hunting in the past. Even though he doesn't have one on him currently, what's to stop me from making another mini, a duplicate of him, but with a bow? So with that in mind, I'll keep the stats the same when I make the other weapon. I'll just put in here a bow. I just have to make sure to add the rest in later. Alright, so for that, I'm going to make him a... let's go 4. I don't want to go too superhuman, nor too terrible. So, a 4 should do it. Oh, I'm sorry, that's backwards. 1 is the best, 9's the worst. So 4 is a little bit better than average. The same thing applies to melee. 1 best, 9 terrible. I can make him a 1 because he's my daimyo, but that would be incredibly unfair. It'd be like just about no matter what card I draw, he's going to hit. And cinematically, that would be very awesome. But from gameplay, that's just... no, that's too much. So let's make it a little bit better than average as well. And Make it a 4. E is endurance, or hit points, if you will. It can be as low as 2 or as high as 5. Good one. I could make him very tough, but that again would be cinematically awesome, but it'd be a little bit too much. But he is a daimyo, so I don't want him too easy to go down, but I don't want to make him too invincible, where just about anything can't hurt him. So let's go with a 4. It would give, if something does horribly go wrong, it would give me time to either withdraw him or get others to help him. Next is R, reaction. This allows pretty much me to react, or allow him to react to movement of another figure or unit. Same thing, 1 to 9, 1 best, 9 worst, but they recommend 4 to 8. He's going to be busy commanding and such, yelling orders. Let's give him a reaction of a, let's go 6. Alright, next is level of endurance. I had previously said that there were 3 levels of endurance. Light, medium, heavy. There we go. Light is no armor to just cloth, pretty much. Medium is no armor, large shield, or non-armor plate, armor without shield. As heavy armor is plate armor, or any shield or no shield. Now, because samurai armor, I think it's leather, some metal, and lacquer, makes it, well, shiny and tough, but not very tough. Let's give a medium level endurance. And now for the bow. I'm sorry, I got the rule book next to me. I really should get this tabbed. Activation units, rules. Ah, there it is. I passed it twice. Whoops. Alright, bow. More than likely, it will be the Yumi, which is a long bow. The long bows have a short range of 10, medium of 20, but long of 40. A rate of fire of 1 with 0 reach and pentagon. Yeah, there we go. Now, I had shown you in part 1 the column shifts. For short range is 0 column shifts, medium is 1 column shift right, 1 less, long range is 2, which is 2 less. Rate of fire, when I select the model to fire, I draw 1 card. Alright, I'll when I get to the gameplay, I'll show you all the card draws. Alright, now let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum with the Ashigaru 1, Lightfoot 1. Okay. Alright, Ashigaru 1 Yari is what I should have meant. Let's go with leader named Dice K. Oops. There we go. Let's make it the guy who's crouching as unit leader. Because he's smart. He's staying low. Alright, now we can get to one of the neater aspects of Feudal Patrol, and this also applies to Combat Patrol as well, is you can really customize or tailor your group to what fits your vision, your likes and interests and whatnot. Now let's say headcanon speaking that Kusafuruda really trains their troops well. They're not they're not insane, but they are going to stand in most situations. So that would give them a guts rating of regular, and the same for the leader. And plus, let's say this group is a little bit more seasoned than the other group, so I'll make these guys green. Accuracy, I really don't think these guys are going to ever handle a bow, since they're already Yari. I'll just give them very terrible accuracy. Now we go to melee. Yes, they are quite well trained, but I don't make them too good, nor do I want them too terrible. So just make them an average of 5. But because my group leader is probably more seasoned, or he's just a little bit better with his melee, just make him a 4. Endurance. They're not superhuman per se. They're not overall brawny or tough. They're just kind of regular people who probably don't have the same amount of training as samurais, nor probably the same level of endurance. And plus, they're just they're not cannon fodder. So let's give them a fighting chance of 2. Same for the leader. Reaction. Now these guys are more forward. They are not busy commanding. They're pretty much more aware. So I give them slightly better reaction of a being able to react to movement. Let's give them a 3. Nah, it's too high. Let's give them 4. But the leader will have a 3. Now, level of endurance, still be medium. Oh. Now, I'm not going to bother filling this in, because y'all got a metal helmet, which, how this works is, let's say you get different levels of armor and whatnot. You gotta color this in one color, what portions will go that. You do this another color, and what portions go that. Pretty much, because they all got like leather covering like metal parts, and for the greaves, wait, no, greaves are legs. I think they're Rembrandts. I used to know this off the top of my head. Let's say they got armor protecting their arms, legs, waist, chest, helmet. It's all the same. So level endurance medium. Just might as well just do that. There we go. Now they don't have shields. And that's pretty much it. That's unit creation 101, just about. Jumped the gun again. Alright, well, let's do this. Now, all of my Ashigaru, even my archers, they all got swords. Now, they got 2 swords, but you only need to worry about 1. As a game master, if on their card it says they dropped a weapon, well, they got another one. Now, drop weapons, you can spin activation to quickly pick up your weapon, but that's the only thing they can do. As they got another one right here, I could say they just quickly draw another sword and continue to fight unabated. And now for the Yari, the pike. If I remember right, it's like a 16-foot long pole weapon. Alright, so Yari, parentheses, pike. Now, the pike, according to the book, has a reach of 6. But it still has the triangle for damage. The triangle, square, brain fail, brain fart. And now I'm done. Next will be the opposing side. Alright, now for this group we have pretty much the Ronin and mercenaries. As can be noted, they are not up to maximum unit sizes, but individual, well, not individual, but smaller groups. But they're, wait, hold on, I'm trying to do my math here. No, they're not. They do have one more archer group, but it's just a group of 5. A group of 4. Ronin, group of 4. Another group of Ronin, 4. And more Ronin, 5. And whoever hired this guy to hired them. When it comes to chains of commands, he's not an army leader, but a warband leader. Alright, so, now the question becomes, well, despite the numbers here, the Ronin only have 1 person with a, Yari. The rest are spears and swords, with only 2 Ronin mixed in with mercenaries and more mercenaries. I have the mercenaries on par with the Ashigaru of the daimyo's group. Now the Ronin are going to be very mad for losing their titles and wealth and power, privileges, etc. So they all will be rated elite. With 4 wounds and maybe for thematic reasons higher melee, but lower, well, you know, a worse reaction roll. They also don't have the reach. So maybe the Ashigaru can do damage to them before they get in close. When I played the game for the after action report, it was a rather close game. Right up to the daimyo himself got involved and started throwing them back. That was awesome. Alright. Now it is time to start the paperwork. Alright. Now, with the stats for the weapons written down, time to discuss the character unit stats. Like I said, Kyoken, he's just a hired help. If anything, he won't stay around if things get really dicey. So let's make him regular. He does have an arquebus, flintlock, matchlock. Sorry about that. I had a phone call I had to take. Where was I? Oh yes, accuracy for Kyoken. Well, as I stated, he does have an arquebus. So, let's see here. He's pretty much a ruthless type of character. He's really good. So let's give him accuracy of 3. He has no swords, and nor does he like to getting close. So let's give him a melee of 8. And he's only just a like the type of guy who sits in the shadows of inns and such private booths where those who really have connections can find him. So let's give him an endurance of 2. Now because he is a gunner, so let's give him a reaction of 5. And since he has just the type of straw, I think it's straw coat, and nothing else, he has a level endurance of light, which grants practically no protection when shot or stabbed at. Now we move on to this group of Ronin, Kazuya. Well, that's the leader. I think I made him Kazuya last time with the gnarly scar. I hope it shows. Yep. Ooh, it looks awesome on camera. As I had said, they are former samurai of the daimyo. Sorry, I had leaned back to look at something really quick. So, with that, they are going to be mad. So each one will have a guts rating of elite. Yes, the spears can be thrown, but I really don't think that was a practice. Even then, let's not give them too much of an advantage. So let's go 8. Now for melee, the samurai for the daimyos, they have a melee of. I'm trying to find my paper now. I should know this by now. There it is. F4. So let's give them 4 to match. Endurance. The daimyo samurais have endurance of a 3. Let's have them equal out. Now, because they're so focused and trying to go after the daimyo, they will have a lesser reaction. So let's go make them 7. And because they're an armor, that's a little bit endurance medium. And that would be the general theme for the rest of the bandits, Ronins, mercenaries, and paupers. Will there be just about on par with the daimyo's forces? Some aspects better, others a little bit worse. It'd be a very interesting game when I begin in the next part. See you all then.